everybody. Okay. So I've been a busy beaver today. And so we've got a few things going on. As you can tell, I'm already doing stuff here. Okay, so I started a personal print a few hours ago because I needed to get some of these filament spools better organized, and I had the printer going at maximum speed, and I really should have slowed it down for the last half hour or so, and I spaced and I forgot, so some of my surfaces, the tops of them are kind of crappy, but I'm not too worried about it since this is just for me. Alright. See what pieces I got here. I feel like I'm missing something. Pretty sure I'm missing something. Okay, well, I don't. Apparently some of these are going to have to be cleaned out. Yep. So I'm not going to worry about those right now because those are going to take some work. And I don't have all the tools needed in here for this. So I will finish this later. So let's put it off to the side. And besides, I think I need to print out 2 more of the long poles. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Okay. Hi! Oh, one last piece. Okay. Okay, so today we are starting a baby dragon. And doing some melt and pour travel size soaps. Right now I'm still using melt and pours until, sorry, I just cleaned these and I'm noticing I didn't clean that cube very well. Looks like the only one that was like that though. Anyway, so I'll be using molds. I already have a few scents picked out, and my soap is already over here waiting, and got my cutting board and my knife and all that kind of goody stuff. But first we're going to focus on the dragon. Work cabinet, the angle's a bit severe, looks distorted. It probably got hit. And I think it needs to be flipped. Alright, so let me find that camera. Crap camera. Please. I got it. Alright, and now it's the right way around. It was also upside down. If you haven't figured it out yet, my wife came in the room. She's adjusting my camera for me. Works for me. Yep, first thing we're going to focus on is the dragon. So I'm going to go to my screen share screen because most of what you're going to be seeing, I'm going to try to show you a little bit. So let's screen. Okay, it's going to be the window capture that we want. And yay, it comes up. Okay, so this is our dragon. Let me go over here. Okay, now you can really see her. Isn't she pretty? Now this is the baby version of Darkheart. I can get all nice and close so y'all can see better. But this is baby Darkheart. I think she's absolutely adorable. And yes, I did pick a different color than I did the big ones in. I couldn't help it. Okay, so let's see. You can kind of see all my settings here. There's my ironing, makes it a little prettier. And there's no block, so we're good there. Okay, so now we click slice. Okay, she sliced good. And I'm already aware of all this and already have it saved. Yeah, the ironing pretty much doubles the time on these models, which is fine. I don't mind that it takes a while, as long as it comes out pretty. Okay, so the yellow's in 4, which is good. White's in 2. Okay, not yet. We gotta go over here because we gotta change this. Okay, well the setting is proper, so confirm. And I should have done this, and I forgot. Gotta sync the AMS. Okay, so now that's good. Preview is good. Slice is good. There we go. See, now it's correct. Okay, and it will include the time lapse, so we're good. So we'll send that to the printer. Oh, you can't see that window. Sorry. But okay, you can see it automatically change to a different screen. Unfortunately, y'all can't see the camera when I click play. We have tried multiple times, but for some reason it just won't show the camera moving. But come on. The printer's trying to download the file. Why we're streaming? I hear my printer moving. Okay, and for the first few layers, we're going to drop that down. Yeah, see? It says playing, but it doesn't actually show you anything, which is, you know, kind of sucks. This is supposed to... I may have to wait until it actually starts printing to get it to save that. Yeah. This only takes effect during printing. See? It helps to read things first. Get one of those little wire brushes. Wait, how are you gonna add some AI to my printer too? My printer didn't come with AI. And I actually like that it irons the whole top surface, because then it looks really nice. Um, yeah, I did it on the last one that I did, and it came out really pretty. New project. Do the Docker apps on the NAS. Huh. Okay. Kind of nifty. So it would detect spaghetti? I probably have somebody going, what is she talking about, spaghetti? Okay, so let me grab something really quick, and I will kind of give you a little bit of a show and tell here. Find a piece. There it is. And that's not on top, but okay. Okay. Speed changed down to 50%, so that's good. Huh. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to switch screens here. Let me actually go to cropped one, which is right here. Okay. So if you're looking at this piece, you can see where it kind of got messed up at the tip here, and this string of filament is what we mean by spaghetti. Okay? When it comes all stringy like that, that is a spaghetti defect. And this one had some pretty bad. I took most of it off, so what you're seeing is actually very minor compared to what it was. And it was only 2 of these little pieces that had any issues, and I think that's just because the way they were printed. I think if they were laying on the bed, they probably would have printed just fine, but they were standing up, you know, like this, the flat side of the bed, and they were standing up, and 2 of them got knocked over. I think so if I lay them down, I shouldn't have that issue. Well, alrighty then. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, brim would definitely help. Okay, I'm going to switch screens for a minute. Okay. So, there we go. Much better. Just needed a slight adjustment there. And yes, you're hearing me opening and closing a microwave. Now, this particular soap that I have, it's not, it's not the soap that I plan on, you know, can't even think of the word. Anyway, we'll skip that detail and go to something else here. I do eventually plan on going to a better soap, cold processed soaps. So you get those nice huge bars. But I'm still learning about that process and you know how it's made, how it's cured, you know how long it takes to make, how long it takes to cure, you know all that kind of goody stuff. You know, and then once I do start making it, I'll have to experiment a bit to make sure I get everything down properly. So it's probably going to be, I would say a good year before I start offering a cold processed soap that I make myself. Now there are companies out there that I can buy the already made cold processed soap. And I may do that for a little while until I get my recipes down. But for right now, I'm not 100% sure how I want to do that. So I'm just sticking with melt and pours, quick and easy. And it's very possible that I may stick with melt and pours for my travel size and, decorative bars and things like that, and then just have my cold process, in the nice big bars, and I may stamp it. Don't know yet. Haven't decided. But we've got plenty of time to figure that out. Like I had said, probably a month ago when we first started streaming, our main focus right now is our waxes, not our soaps. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So far I've had a few people ask me, about soaps and if I planned on carrying them and if I planned on doing something other than melt and pours and things like that. And anytime I mention the big bars, the cold process soap, those people have gotten excited and they're like, really? They like my travel size and they like my little decorative bars, but when it comes to cold process, nothing compares. That soap is just incredible. And it's because you can, when you're making it yourself, you can control all the ingredients and what percentage of this and what percentage of that, and, so you can kind of, depending on your calculations and everything, or your soap calculators, you can adjust things to fit, what you're looking for. And like I said, I'm still learning a lot, so I don't know a lot of this. There are things that, I will tell you, don't quote me on none of it, because I could be wrong. Right now, I pretty much just do the cold, or the melt and pours. And I know that the cold process is a lot of trial and error, and it takes a while to get your process down. So, and right now I'm still in learning stages. I watch as many videos as I can. I follow as many groups as I can. I just try to absorb as much information as possible before I actually, take the dive into the deep end, so to speak. But, okay, so for right now, the one, I do a mixture. A lot of my soaps are mixtures. Of course, I have some that are, one kind or the other. But most of the time, I like mixing the shea butter and the oatmeal together, because you get the moisturization from the shea butter, and then you get the exfoliating from the oatmeal. Oh, and of course some moisturizing too. But I think for today we're going to do some simple simple singles. And this is going to be the shea butter. Wrong way around. Okay. So we have our molds ready. To see all this stuff. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm experimenting with body sprays. And I was doing dishes earlier, so I washed it all off, so I lost the smell. By what I've noticed so far, it's very long lasting. Alright. We're going to switch over to the secondary craft area, so give me a moment. Okay, apparently I really need to adjust things here. Bear with me just a few minutes, guys. This is not the easiest camera to work with. Well, that's going to have to do for now. At least you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Yeah, hopefully in the next, let's say, month or two. Eh. Sometimes this happens. Alright, we're going to check on our dragon here in a second. It just does not want to come out of that centerpiece. That's not the first time I've had this issue. There we go. Sometimes it's a little bit of brute force. Okay. Alright. So, this is where I start. washed my hands and everything, so. Like I was saying, because my scent came on. But for right now, give me a moment before I get back to it. I need, that one's not going to work. So, here we go. Hand sanitizer. I really don't like the way it smells. Okay, we're gonna take off some rings. I like my video too. Hi, Mom. Okay. Now, the gloves are on. Now let's just hope I don't pop a breaker with this thing. I'm kidding. Don't jinx me. Okay, now for our soaps, we definitely use colors. And this is why I have a ton, well, not a ton, but I got a nice little starter set going on for mica powder. So. Okay, now the last time that I did these soaps, I just went hog wild with only 2 cents, so I was able to dedicate quite a bit to them. This time is going to be a little different though, because I'm actually doing proper measurements and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so 10. Actually, maybe 11. There we go. Okay, so the very first scent that I am working with, give me 1 second, I'm going to put the cap on and I will show you. Come on, focus. Okay, well, since the camera doesn't want to autofocus properly, what I'm working with is Irish Spring. And let me tell you, it smells so good. I love the smell of Irish Spring. Really do. So we're doing this one whole batch in Irish Spring. fragrance. Every single fragrance that I have is soap safe. I very specifically made sure when I bought all these fragrances that they could, you know, not only be used in candles but in soap as well. Okay, fragrances in there. Here's my little spoon. I know I really should get a stick mixer, but maybe eventually. Need a little more color than that. Hoping that'll dry a little darker, but we'll see. Alright, switching cameras over to craft one. Okay, so now you can see here we are doing the Irish Spring in the squares. Okay, so let's see. We've got easier just to do it this way. It says 7.1. Let's see. So we got about 120 grams in here. Don't worry, I will be taking the heat wand to the tops of these and getting those air bubbles out. Okay, so that will be my little sample. So now, and don't worry, I'm not going to do all the soaps and make y'all sit through them all. I'm just doing the ones so y'all can see the process that I go through, which is really freaking simple, as you can tell. Hi, I missed the chat. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I go back. Okay, yes, I do have quite a few different molds. Like these, tonight I was just focusing on the square and the flowered ones. I'm only doing 4 different scents because I've got a bunch of different scents. They're basically just bottles like these here. If I don't drop them. Like this one is the lavender, wild lavender and sage. And the Irish Spring. And this is just an entire bottle of fragrance. And yeah, so for right now, I'm mainly focusing just on the travel size, the different ones that, yeah, you can do a little decorative on bathroom sinks. Sorry, somebody just walked by my bedroom window. Or, well, not my bedroom, but my office window. It's weird. Okay. Actually, it's a strawberry. Yeah, I noticed that. I'm not. Oh, hold on. I'll see if I can't figure that out. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I think it's going to be under filters because it's not. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to have to worry about it later because it's not under either of those. Um, so, and I do have a ton of different colors that I can use. Everything from chameleon colors to just nice, pretty shimmering colors. Um, the mica powder. Okay, baby. The mica powders I only use in my soaps. They are skin safe and they're safe to use and everything like that. The liquid coloring that I have is only for candles. So, and of course the wax coloring that I have is only for candles. So for right now, it's just mica powders in my soaps. And my soaps are the only thing that have color added to them. Alright, give me a second, guys. It's going to get a little loud. Wasn't supposed to do that. Apparently that one already had a nice nice surface going on it. No big deal. When stuff like that happens, it's actually really easy. Just let it cure, and then you can literally shave off the very bottom or top layer, whatever you want to call it. And it's not that hard to shave it. At least, yeah, by what I've found. not the first one I would have to shave, so I'm going to stop messing with it because I'll probably mess it up more if I keep messing with it. But, so you get the idea, you know, they're not hard to do. They can just be a little temperamental sometimes, which, again, not a big deal. So that was the shea butter. Believe it or not, I actually prefer... Yes, the colors are independent of the scent. You can choose a scent in any color, but considering that, you know, I make them before they go out on the tables, I usually use a scent that corresponds, or a color that corresponds with the scent. So if you're, you know, looking at lavender, it's most likely going to be some color variation of purple. You know, but that's just me. You know, if someone were to special order soaps or stuff, once I start making them myself, then that's different. You know, they can order it in whatever color they want for whatever scent they want. Yeah, because they are independent of each other. I'm not doing these right away because we'll do these after we take a short break, because I'll have to exit the room and wash out my container so I can wash out the Irish Spring and the green, so the next one we do doesn't turn out the same or be tainted. Okay, so I experimented with a couple of my fragrances on Sunday, and I made 3 things with that fragrance. I made 2 of my wickless candles and 1 wick candle, okay, for scent testers. And this is the wicked one, and it still has, as you're aware, you know, a couple of weeks to cure before I can test it. The wickless candles, cure time is subjective, at least for me, when it comes to testing, because most of the time, a day or 2 later, I can use them and I get great cold throw, great hot throw. I can use them 2 weeks later and it's the same. I get great cold throw, I get great hot throw, because they're going on a warmer. You know, the warmers are able to regulate the temperatures and keep it that nice even heat on it. So the hot throws are just incredible. And as you can hear, I had the 2 wickless candles going yesterday, and the house just smelled so good. I was so glad that I had experimented and used those 2 fragrances together, because I was trying to make a fragrance to appeal to a fireman or firewoman's, you know, love of their job, pretty much. And why don't we find out if we nailed it? Sonia, did we nail it? For those that don't know, my amazing wife is a retired firefighter and medic and tanker. Yeah. So of course I would go to her, you know, for a fireman's scent. So. Alright, let's check on our dragon, which I'm going to pull up the page really quick. Let me switch screens. I know y'all can't see the actual video, but you can see the percentage, the layer, the time left, all that kind of goody stuff. Okay, and we are on layer 4, so we're going to want at least one more layer before we go up to 100% speed. I have been, when it starts printing, switch screens again. When I first go into the printer and everything, yeah, I've been trying to keep it so the first 5 layers of every print are printed at half speed, because, for a couple of reasons, but it gives the print itself a really good adhesion to the bed, and you know, it lessens the errors and mistakes that can happen on those first couple of layers. You know, it wouldn't be the first time that I have had one of the prints all of a sudden just lose a piece from underneath. It's like, what's going on there? I had one of the dragons that ended up doing that. But, okay, so give me a minute, y'all. I'm going to go into a quick intermission screen. And the reason I'm going to the intermission screen is so y'all can still see the full chat. At least I'm hoping you're supposed to be able to. And then I'm going to mute it. And then I'm going to go in the other room and I'm going to clean these out really quick. And I will be back. Alright. And I don't know why that particular chat isn't working properly. I'll figure it out. Eventually. It could just be because I wasn't on that page when they popped up. Okay, so we're just drying out. A little cup here. And my little hand towel back up. Okay. Now we're going to switch over to craft 2. Okay. So, these in. There's a gnat in my room. That's annoying. Alright. So. Yeah. There's that one. We're gonna. I fell in love with this scent when I was doing the candles. I opened this one for the first time, and it is such an incredible smell that I literally want to bathe in it, even though it's not really a girly scent. But the scent I am talking about, the fragrance that I'm talking about, is called Bow Ties and Bourbon. I know it's backwards. Sorry, we'll figure that out. But Bow Ties and Bourbon. It's quite a bit heavier. There we go. Like I said, this is just one of those scents that, you open it up, you smell it, and you just go, oh my. At least for me it is. Okay, I'm going to say something. This is one of the reasons why I do not mark my videos on YouTube as kid safe. Baby, you need to use some of this soap, and I'll lick it off. I don't even know if she's still watching. Baby, you should rewind and play that again. I might get in trouble if I say it twice. Yeah, she's got her own little things, her own projects going on in the other room, so. Okay, bow ties and bourbon. Considering that bourbon is brown color, I think we got something that would look good. Brown's will work. I need another spoon. I can find one down the drain. I think this is actually the first time I'm using the bronze. No, it's not. I remember I did puppy paws in bronze. Is it bad? This looks like chocolate milk. Can you see that? It looks like chocolate milk. It really does look like chocolate milk. Yes, I'm getting a trip out of that it looks like chocolate milk. Okay, I'm going to try something a little different. Let's see if that helps any with the bubbles. I'm going to switch screens. Okay, and this is an oatmeal. I think it's just an absolute trip that it looks like chocolate milk. And there's my tester. And I mean, you can see just by, the ones that I'm pouring why I only picked 4 cents um, for what I'm doing. And yeah, I just started with the manly ones first. But they smell good. So that's all the soap we're gonna do for the stream. Basically, I just wanted you guys to kind of see how I do it. That was it. Um, so yeah, this is gonna be a pretty short stream, at least shorter than all the rest of them. This will probably be our shortest one so far. Um, but now you see how I do the soaps. You've seen how I do the candles and the wax melts and the tarts, and I should probably switch screens back to the main one. So you're not just, sitting there staring at the soaps that are, cooling. Anyway, so, sorry, the tinted glass makes it a little difficult to get a good eye in there, so I tend to open the door so I can see a little better. But I think I can probably speed that back up. Wrong window. Okay, we're on layer 6, so we are good. So we're going into standard speed. Okay, and there is something else I wanted to show you guys, so hold on, let me go to share screen. Okay, as you can see, I still got dark heart up there. One of the ways that I have tried to make sure she always stays adhered to the build plate is, we've noticed that matte colors that are matte versus silk or shiny or whatever you want to call them, but they are silk colors. Anyway, so I do the entire bottom. As you can see, even the yellow has a black bottom. That's because the black is my matte. That's my matte color. Okay, and then my accents are usually all silks. So the bottom of every piece that I do is going to be whatever my matte color is. If I zoom in really close, you can see there's just a fine line at the bottom that has the black. It's the easiest way to, there's no guarantee, but it's the easiest way to make sure that at least most of the prints are successful. Sorry, excuse me. And at least if not successful, that then they successfully stayed on the bed. They, adhered properly and stayed adhered. Between that, the glue, I shouldn't have a problem. Because I use a glue stick with the purple disappearing glue. Go back to the other screen again. With the purple disappearing glue. And I go over the build plate with that, then I put it in and I print directly on that. So, I got notifications. Okay, so that, that's pretty much all there is to it. Our print is started, and, so far, knock on wood, it's going good. Everything's adhering properly, all that kind of goody stuff. And it's gonna continue to print for the next 12 and a half hours at standard speed. So I should actually say it'll be about 13 hours, because that last half hour I will drop it back down to 50% to make sure the tips of the horns and everything like that come out nice and smooth. that's the other little trick. So it'll be about 13 hours for this print. But again, that's okay. So it'll be done around 8 a.m. Between 8 and 8:30 tomorrow morning. So that's when y'all will hear from me again. I will post pictures and if I manage to get the time lapse, even though I told it to do a time lapse, it doesn't always. But the past 5 or 6 prints, the time lapses come out great. So there's that. And before we go anywhere, don't forget, we go back to the markets June 16th. So, hold on, I can share this one. Hold on. I'm going. Okay, I'm going to screen share. Whoops, wrong screen. Okay, so we're going to turn that one off and turn that one on. There we go. As you can see from our main website, we have a countdown timer for our market event. So we got 32 days, 16 hours, 47 minutes, and blah, 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 blah seconds. So keep that in mind. Keep that date saved. I know, it's already saved. It's Father's Day. But you can still come see me. I've added so many different scents that even a guy would like. So, with that in mind, come see us on Father's Day down at the El Encanto Event Center, right off of Western. And actually, I can bring it up nice and clear for you guys here. So we are going to click the View Larger Map. And we're going to zoom in all nice and close here. And I'm going to leave it there because as you can see, Western and 67th Street, here is the 240. Okay? So it is not that far off of Western and 240. Alright, and zoom out just a bit so I can go like this. Okay. Now you get a really good idea where it is. Okay, so you've got the 35 here, the 240 here. This is where we are going to be. And let me see. Okay, so you see the Rocknoll Animal Hospital. There's a 7-Eleven up here, a Valvoline over here, Custom Dental over there, Liquor Town, Pet Supply, Self-Storage, Winchester Drive-In Theater. If you know where that is, you'll find me, no problem. Alright, this is a small spot. It's a small event center. And we will be inside. Okay, so this is the event center right here. El Encanto Event Center. Okay. Alright, I'll stop playing around. But as you can see, it's right off Western. Alright, now we're at the corner of 67th and Western. This way you can kind of see the intersection a little bit, where you gotta go. Okay? So that's where we're going to be. But that is it for tonight. Now remember, we are going to be at the LA Canto Event Center on June 16th from noon to 6 p.m. And I gotta tell y'all, and I'll probably say this on every stream from now until then, I am super excited and I really can't wait. I'm gonna love showing stuff off. And we've got all those new dragons. And I know I was gonna show them to you today, but now you're gonna have to wait till Thursday because I didn't bring them in the room. So we will be back again for another live stream on Thursday, same time, 6 p.m. And it'll probably be a quickie one like today, within an hour and a half, because apparently that's what my brain thinks is quick. I'm not 100% sure what we're gonna do yet. I will figure it out sometime between now and then. For now, I'm gonna say have a great night, y'all. Have a great week. I hope everyone's doing great and it continues to stay that way. So have a great night, guys. Blessed be. I'll see y'all Thursday evening at 6 p.m.